restoration and rebuilding of churches and temples which had been destroyed or neglected under communism. Kuchma also introduced a more flexible foreign policy and strengthened the position of the Ukraine in the international arena. He made a great contribution to the improvement of the relations between Kiev and Warsaw, and, whilst eager to cooperate with the European Union, also sought to preserve good relations with Russia. However, in crises such as the Crimea problem, or Russia's attempt to claim sovereignty over the Ukrainian island of Tuzla, he adopted a firm and uncompromising position. It is still too early to give an objective, unbiased assessment of Leonid Kuchma's rule. The opposition accused him of an authoritarian style of government, of the further stratification of society, and of unfair privatization programs, which led to the creation of business clans that gained control over the economy and exerted an ever-growing influence upon state policy. He was also accused of attempts to limit the freedom of the media and of applying the brakes on the process of economic and social reforms. It should be borne in mind, though, that similar phenomena occurred to differing degrees not only in all the former Soviet republics, but also in almost all the satellite states of the Warsaw Pact. Wherever privatization was introduced, it was the party and government nomenclature, first and foremost, who profited the most, for they had all the necessary knowledge and connections, as well as access to capital. In this fashion, a powerful and confident bourgeoisie was formed, which in Russia was termed the oligarchy. The Ukraine was no exception to this phenomenon. According to the constitution, Kuchma could not be nominated for a third term. Two contenders passed through to the second round of the presidential election on the 21st of November 2004. Viktor Yanukovych and Viktor Yushchenko. Yanukovych, the prime minister and the leader of the party The Regions of Ukraine, represented the east and the south of the country. Yushchenko, the ex-prime minister and the leader of the party Our Ukraine, represented its west and center. Yushchenko was backed by a very popular politician, Yulia Tymoshenko, an ex-vice premier. Yushchenko also enjoyed the sympathies of the West. Yanukovych was President Kuchma's candidate and had the obvious support of Moscow. The announcement of Yanukovych's victory gave rise to an enormous resistance on the part of the opposition and accusations of falsifying the election results. The huge wave of protests against the verdict of the Central Electoral Board has become known as the Orange Revolution. Owing to the mass media, the photos from Kiev's Maidan were transmitted all over the world. The revolution made Ukrainian media a free and trustworthy intermediary between the establishment and the society. Resisting pressure, Kuchma refused point-blank to contemplate the suggestion of military reprisals against the opposition. He asked the presidents of Poland and Lithuania, a representative of the European Union, and the Speaker of the State Duma of Russia to act as intermediaries. The Supreme Court of the Ukraine passed a decision to repeat the election and hold a third round of voting. Viktor Yushchenko won the election by a margin of 8% of votes. We are facing a new trial now, another trial for us all. There's very little time left till the new elections, till the election to the Verkhovna Rada. A lot depends on how we will go through the elections, whom we will support in local, municipal and regional Soviets, whom we will elect to the Verkhovna Rada of the Ukraine. Everything will depend on it. The Orange Coalition did not pass the test of time and failed to meet the expectations of its supporters. It foundered because of the internal clashes of the politicians' personal ambitions. The parliamentary election brought the majority of votes to the party The Regions of Ukraine, and its leader Viktor Yanukovych was appointed Prime Minister. Ukraine's political scene is prepared for a lot of new surprises, as the country is still divided and heterogeneous. The formation of a unity out of disparate elements has occurred in many states, and more often than not, it took a lot of time. It is the formation of national identity. The process is still in progress in the Ukraine. For the first time, an independent sovereign state. This gives a chance, a great chance. If our film affects in whatever small degree the development of this process, then our efforts in making it will not be wasted.